Hi guys, happy Tuesday night. I've talked a lot about the people that have been formational to me, so now I'm going to talk about resources. The first is BSF. It was when I first started this little Christian adventure, Bible Study Fellowship. I'm sure many of you have heard of that. It was one of the first things that I went to, and I kind of went by myself, and I remember making this friend, and I remember sitting there and listening to this woman lecture about the book of Acts and just being fascinated and like confused and intrigued and wanting to know more, and it just sort of whet my appetite. And it's funny to look at some of my notes in here now and think, I'm still learning about the book of Acts, and I'm going to be learning about the book of Acts forever. There's so much to learn. The Bible Study Fellowship has a special place in my heart. The next is this Seeking Him, experiencing the joy of personal revival. And that kind of happened for me. It was the first small groupy thing that I did, and it was the first time that I dug into words like, or started to ask questions about like repentance, humility, grace. I remember asking, what's sanctification? I always, ask things in a very high voice, apparently. And like that whole experience of a small group, prayer requests, and things like that. I loved it. The next book is So Long Insecurity by Beth Moore and her perfect hair. I have struggled with insecurity my whole life, sometimes to kind of a debilitating point. And when I read her book, she gave language to a lot of intangibles and a lot of indescribables, things I couldn't navigate and put words to. She has a prayer in the middle of her book that I have marked here because, and I've underlined, I think every single, I don't know why I'm doing this because you probably can't see this. I'm just probably making everybody motion sickness here. I've given that prayer to so many women that struggle with insecurity and whose insecurity, like mine, kept them from understanding the truth of what God feels for us, of what God sees in us, of what we need to learn how to see in ourselves. And this was a very formational way that happened. It was freedom. The last book is The Hole in Our Gospel by Richard Stearns, the president of World Vision. I remember reading that book and reading his words about, let our hearts break for what breaks God's heart. And it started me on a journey of compassion that I hope never ends. It started me feeling and tapping into emotion and heart that I didn't know. It started me wanting to stretch and grow the compassion muscle so I could be in the pain with people. And it was informative about our world, and it was formative, as I know this class is as well. Our entire seminary experience is as well. And so that was an incredible book, and incredibly formational for me in my journey. So thanks for watching.